Thank you, Ruben. It's pretty awesome for me to be part of the show. Dude, this is going to be awesome.
We've been through a lot, dude. Man, through the years, skating on the same teams. And I'm so proud of you, dude. Like you are you are running the Valley skate scene right now. You're doing a wonderful job. We're gonna touch base into all that. There's a lot to go over. But for the viewers who are listening to this podcast only, there's an amazing board wall behind you right there. Let's get right into that because that's like the coolest thing. So, Vargas, you are the owner of I.V.SK8ER Skateboard Shop in Brawley, California. You just moved into a massive new space. Yeah, break it down, dude. Break that down with bringing in question skateboards into that and just all of the skateboarding, how you just built all of that.
Yeah, dude. So how it pretty much started was actually just by my first board, and that was given by my brother-in-law. He's the one that gave me my first board, and ever since then, I really fell in love with skateboarding. And I started skating with a bunch of people, and I noticed that people had their own crew. So where Ivy Skaters came about is that I never really wanted to stick with just one crew. I wanted to stick with many people. So that's where Ivy Skaters came about. That's pretty much how I met you too. By just expanding myself, not only skating Westmoreland, but skating in El Centro, Brawley, Hopeville. Met wonderful people. I met you. I ended up meeting Brett. I met amazing people just because the way like I was just thinking about the brand, and not only the brand, like the way I want to evolve Ivy Skaters. I want to be a crew where anybody is welcome. You didn't have to be a person in a certain town to just ride for just that town. Like this is a place where like anybody could join. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and you've done that. I mean, you've really built your own little empire right now. You know what I mean? It's so cool, dude. It's so cool. And not only that, but you're getting to see this new generation of skateboarders coming in, starting to learn. I'm sure you get so many, new beginners coming in that they're buying their board for the first time at your store, and like for the rest of their life, that memory is instilled in their brain. They bought it at your store, and they have that memory of walking into your store and looking at the board wall and I want that one with these wheels and these bearings and these trucks. That's a beautiful thing. I mean, I remember the first time I really got to sort of like pick out some stuff. You know what I mean? And I'll never forget it.
Definitely. Yeah, see, like it's crazy because like when I met you and Brett, like me getting boards off you guys was really exciting. Like I was I was an excited little kid, and now that I'm able to see it the other way around, like it's just amazing how much like how beautiful I could put some kids like smile on. Like it's just amazing. Like just helping out the youth and getting them out there and giving them a place to like relax, chill, like a little safe spot, skate spot, like here at the shop. So I don't know, it's mind blowing. I love just seeing them smile, bro. Like it's awesome. So I'm glad that I'm able to feel that now. Because before I was on the other side of the end, being excited when you guys gave me boards. Definitely you, Ruben. You always hooked it up. So I really appreciate that.
I always believed in you, dude. You know that. Your sponsor me videos, all that, dude. Like all back in the day, the skateboard contest we do. When I was doing the Driscoll's team, and Brett let me take over and just reconstruct everything. I had all these ideas I pitched to him, and I was like, Brett, I really want to sponsor someone from each town. No one's ever done that before. And I started picking who I thought was like the best person to add from each city. You know what I mean? I remember at the time you were in Westmoreland, and you were the guy, dude. I was like Anthony Vargas, and yeah, like it was that was so cool to build that squad and just watch you just grow. Get tricks, progress, just get better and better and better and better and better. I mean, just the times that we had. I'm kind of quick segue into this. A lot of people won't know, but Brett Driscoll, rest in peace. I miss him every day. Um, and he was just a pillar. That's a good word to say. He was a pillar in the skateboard community in Imperial Valley without question. I'm really stoked that the park in El Centro is actually named after him. Brett and I actually never agreed on the Sidewinder name because I know this is controversial, but hey, it, on the skate park coalition, when we had it, I was the only skater on the whole coalition, like the only actual guy that skated, like and Brett, was down ski, but like Brett and I were just like when it was picked, it was picked by a local school. We had some, and me and him were always like boggled, like what, like why did they get to pick it? Like the skaters should like vote or something. I don't like hate it. It's just like it was just weird, I just felt like for all the youth that could have picked it out. But I mean, we didn't really, like, it wasn't really that big a deal because at the time we were just so focused on trying to get it made. You know what I mean? Like, okay, whatever, just build it. You know what I mean? Like, we did all this work, all these meetings, we got the grants. You know what I mean? We got the site builders. Like, let's just build it. We can call it whatever. At the end of the day, we're all just gonna like it's there to skate. You know what I mean? But I'm really proud that it's named after him because um, he was just gone way too soon, man.
Yeah, it was sad, man. It was really sad. It really broke me when I heard the bad news. And yeah, he was a really good guy, dude. Like one of the best people. Like you and him were definitely my mentors, and you guys definitely showed me like a good path. Without any of you guys, like none of this would have been possible. Like I'm pretty sure I would have had a whole different direction. But you guys, how most people say like skateboarding saved their lives. You guys really saved my life. So yeah, without you guys, like none of this will be possible.
I appreciate you, Vargas. I'm so proud of you, dude. You're the best. You're the best person that could possibly keep this going, right? You know what I mean? You're the king of skating right here in the valley right now. You, you, you're looking out. You know, you're overseeing it all. Um, it couldn't be in better hands, honestly. Keep up all the fantastic work. You got so much you're doing, and just seeing you grow and build like that is wonderful. And there's so much potential. I mean, you are the only core skate shop in Imperial Valley. I mean, we see the beautiful boardwalk behind you, but you actually have a massive space there where now you could do events and stuff, which is pretty awesome too. You want to talk about that a little bit because that's awesome, dude. What you're gonna be able to do now with that too.
Yeah, it's definitely amazing because there's always been people that want to be involved in skateboarding, but people just don't know how to come about, and some people need to get permits. Well, right here in this shop, like you really don't need none of that, because we got the space to really keep everybody inside. We don't have to block roads or any of that. So yeah, like people are enjoying it.
Yeah. What can you shout out your store address for everyone listening?
My store address is 147 North A Street, Brawley, California, right across the street from the fire station.
Let's take it back to the beginning with you, actually, Vargas. So how did you first start? What were the beginnings? How did you first get into skating?
It was by my stepbrother. He actually gave me my first zero board, and from there, I was just riding. I love how difficult it was. It was a challenge for me. And then once the challenge was I was already over the challenge. I was already progressing, already getting the ideas how to flip my board and control it. Like, yeah, that was just the beginning. The beginning was just ollie on top of curves, and from there I was just like mind blown. I was like, dude, I'm gonna become pro within five years. That was just me as a teenager. You know, obviously, becoming pro wasn't that easy.
How many skaters were there in Westmoreland at that time when you were starting?
When I first started, there was four other skaters, but they weren't they weren't really coming out as much how like me and my crew were. Like when I started inviting people because I seen them skating in front of their house, it was more. I started inviting them to come skate at the park, at the Westmoreland Park, and from there, like, dude, we couldn't even jump off the three stair yet. Like that was massive for us at that time.
For those that don't know, in Westmoreland, where Vargas grew up, there's a three stair that you can skate off of like a little stage, but it's not a normal three stair. It's kind of oversized. I'd call it more like a four stair, right?
The beginning, we couldn't jump off the three stair. We couldn't do none of that. Like we thought just doing stalls here and there was gonna like make us like go like crazy big, but no. Later on, summer was over. Brawley Skate Park was built for the first time. Once I entered my freshman year, the Brawley skate park was built, and I did not know during lunchtime we had a free time where we could go anywhere. I ended up checking out the Brawley skate park for the first time, and right there, that's when I kind of told myself like, this is where I want to be. This is my home. This is my comfort area. Like, and yeah, from there on, that's when I just kind of took off with skating. It was just like what I learned from the park, I ended up taking in the streets. So so it was definitely like a place where I could progress and learn new tricks, and not only like with the people that I started with. Now I'm skating with Brawley people, and these Brawley people were like crazy, like they're really big. I ended up meeting Freddie, Freddie Public, and then from there I remember Freddie ended up taking me to El Centro the first time, and I was just barely learning how to like kickflip and kickflip varials. So Freddie, he was already like beyond like good at that time. But yeah, from there he ended up taking me to El Centro, and that's pretty much where I met you. We just met up at Brooklyn Park, and yeah, it just took off from there.
I've always traveled to all the different cities to just skate different stuff because we were always just filming so many parts and trying to diversify the spots. I've met so many skaters in so many different places, you know what I mean? But you Vargas, there was always a connection with you, dude. You know what I mean? Me and you, like, we have a lot of similarities. Even our love for like music and just like certain doing different kinds of tricks. You know what I mean? Like we get each other. You know what I mean? So I've always dug that, dude. We've always had that connection. What are we at? You've got to be at like 18 plus years now, right? Skating, right? Around there.
I just hit my 20 year of skateboarding.
I'm even older. I'm way past the 2 decade mark skating. You know what I mean? But um, I'll never stop skating. It's in my blood. I don't even have to do anything gnarly to enjoy it. It's just skating. Like I just have to skate. It's just a part of you when you do something for that long, you know?
There's a lot of little kids that walk in here, and they have no idea that I know how to skate. Like they trip out. So I show them my YouTube videos, and they're like, "Oh, what the heck?" Like I thought you were just some guy that just loves skateboarding, and just wanted to open a store. I'm like, "No, dude, I skate. Like one of these days we should catch a sesh. I'm gonna do something what my big brother used to do to me. Now I'm gonna do it to you guys. Let's catch a sesh every Saturday. Let's meet up here and let's get something. Let's film." So yeah, the kids, like how I looked up to you, like, dude, this guy used to do fucking gnar flips, like triple to quadruple varial flips. Like now these kids are seeing that from me, like they're like, oh man, this guy knows how to do nollie varial flips to nollie impossibles. Like, dude, this guy is pro. And no, it's not that I'm pro, it's just, dude, this is where my heart is at. Skateboarding is my life. Like, I bleed for this, I sweat for this. Like nobody has idea. It wasn't a phase, like it was something real for me. Something, yeah, yeah. It definitely sparked my life, dude. Like it's amazing, and it's amazing that like these kids love it. Like they love that we have this in their hometown. Like they are so stoked about it. They're stoked that they could skate with somebody without like telling them stuff. Like because back then, like if you're barely learning, they'll automatically call you a poser or whatever. Like our team, we don't do that. Like we support one another and we show these kids like the proper way to skate. And we tell them that there's really no right style. It's how you make it. Some people are old school. Some people will like to do bonelesses and stuff like that. Some people can't flip off stairs, but somehow they could kick flip onto a rail. Like it's just it just depends how you want to take skateboarding.
I'm so happy to hear that, dude, because that's and I think you know this, but that's what I always try to instill with all you guys. I embrace your uniqueness. You know what I mean? From your different, you had a lot of amazing flip tricks, like hand flips and stuff that you do, fast plants and stuff, and then old school Jamie would do old school stuff. You know what I mean? And then you know what I mean? Like another dude who would just jump off big stairs, and like some people would trip out like, why do you have this person and this person on the team and this? I was like, dude, because they're good. You're just not being open minded. That's going to be the future. Watch. And like now, all do people do those. That's like accepted now, And like I always knew that was the like they say like in the Mandalorian, this is the way, Like I always knew that was going to be it because it's skateboarding. I mean, the whole reason why some of us start skateboarding is because there's no like rules. It's like I don't have to like country music, but I could hear a country song and be like, that's a pretty good country song. Like anyone that like, you know what I mean? You can respect stuff or a pop song. It might not be your thing, but you could be like, or if I was a record producer or something, that's pretty good. It's not my thing, but that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like I could tell. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, and it trips me out because I used to go through that back then, and you know this because you've seen me through the years, but I used to get some hate for having some corporate sponsors back in the day when it was not the cool thing. But I just didn't want to, flip burgers at the McDonald's. If they're going to pay me to skate, I was going to take the paycheck back in the day because I get to do what I love. You know what I mean? Like now, it's so funny because now it's okay. It's actually it's you're actually not cool if you're like not skating the Nikes. You know what I mean? Or like people have like weed maps as a sponsor now, you know what I mean? Or like all these CBD things and like that's like a thing now, right? StockX and all that. And like back then I used to have sponsors that were not of the norm like that. I used to get a lot of hate for it. And now it's like now it's you have to have them. It's the love for it. If you don't have them, you're not gonna have a career. So it's funny how the tides have turned, you know what I mean? I think the youth now is actually a lot more open-minded. And they're also just I mean, they're also just so much more better at skating. I mean, them playing all the video games and the trick combos and back then like 50-50 5-0 a nice one on a big ledge was like sufficient and now like if you're not tray flipping into it, it's like holy moly, but by some standards. But I mean, I just embrace, like you said, just everyone being unique and like and doing their thing. You know what I mean? They could be good in different ways, and that's what makes skateboarding fun. Is that they're to me, there's no rules. It's like you do it independently to express yourself. How you get from point A to point B is how you get from point A to point B. I see it as like a canvas, and like you're painting it. Like if I hand you the brush, do your thing. Let's see how you get there, you know? If I had to skate from your store from the skate park, it would be different than how someone else did it. Because when I skate over there, maybe I'll manual through the hallway and then I'll 360 flip up the curb and then I'll keep pedaling and I'll do 180. Whereas someone else might just do like they'll do like a switchback 180 and then like you know what I mean? Like they'll just charge through it and not do any tricks. Like we get to the same destination, but we get there in different ways, you know? That's beautiful about it, and that's the most beautiful thing about it, in my opinion. And I'm really happy to see it. Like I said, man, the Valley's in good hands, dude. There's no one that could be doing this better than you. I'm super proud of you, dude. Like you are doing something amazing, and man, you have my blessing, and I give you all. You know what I mean? Like you keep doing your thing, Vargas, man. You're doing incredible, and love the store. I tell people all the time that's where they need to get their stuff. Don't go anywhere else.
Like I said, like none of this would have happened if it wasn't for you guys. You guys definitely put me in the right path, and yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to do this for everyone. Yeah, it really is beautiful. Like yesterday, we sponsored a event at San Luis, Mexico. My Spanish is not good at all. Like I probably only talk like 5% Spanish. But these people, they're just psyched that we're just there. Like I'm over here behind the mic just talking, and they have no clue what I'm saying, but they're still hyped. They feel my energy, and they know that they're like, dude, this guy's like all about it. They're pumping us up. Let's get it. Like I don't know what he's saying, but we're gonna get it just for him. And then from there, by the end of the whole event, they're just like, yeah, question, yeah. Like it's just amazing, like how you said, like no matter what, we connect. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
If you and me go to some rural city, right, and we don't know where anything is, we don't have any friends, but we see a skater, right? There's this thing that some people don't understand that like if we're a skater and they're a skater, we could talk to them. It's like this connection, like we're already bonded, no matter where the heck we're from. I've bonded with skaters and I can't even they don't even talk English. You know what I mean? Like You know what I mean? I went to Washington D.C. one time for a ski trip. I was talking to some dude who was like, honestly, I don't know if it was like Japanese or what. I don't know what he was talking about, but he was skating, and like I didn't 100% know what he was saying, but we still like help each other get to the destination. You know what I mean? The demo thing was like it didn't even matter. Like we're skaters, so we're like linking. Like we understand. At the end of the day, a kickflip is still a kickflip. However, he says it in his language, and I say, you get it. So it's just a beautiful thing, man. I can't really think of too many other things that are like that, you know? I'm gonna round out here with some rapid fire questions. I like to call this ordinary questions with extraordinary people because you're extraordinary, Vargas. You're doing wonderful things, you know? What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is purple.
What is your favorite artist or band of all time?
Yeah, that one's a tough one, but I'm gonna have to say Iron Maiden.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
Oh man, that one I honestly can't say I have a favorite movie, but I know the movie that I really go back to like over and over again will be the movie Grind.
Okay, I need to see that again. It's been a while. Grind. Awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's really good. I still think that's probably like the best skateboarding movie out there. You know, I know there's been a lot of other ones, but I think that one still tops it off.
I'm gonna have a lot of film and yeah, Hollywood type guests on this show time. So like one of these days, don't be surprised if someone asks me for a skate shop. I'm gonna put them your way, dude. Maybe get some a movie filmed in your store or a show. You know what I mean? You got like the perfect space for that, dude. You know?
Yeah, I appreciate it. That'll be awesome.
All right. What is your favorite snack or dessert of all time?
Honestly, I'm really into cucumber. So anything cucumber already takes the cake. Yeah, yeah.
What is one place you have not traveled to yet that you still want to visit?
I think the number one place I would like to visit would probably be South Korea. South Korea seems like an awesome spot to go visit. Yeah, I know a lot of people want to go to like China, Japan, and stuff like that. But I don't know, something about South Korea seems like it'll be awesome to like go check out the scenery.
What is your favorite franchise or nostalgic property of all time?
I know I'm a big fan of Gargoyles. It's an old cartoon. Like I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure not that much people know about it, but yeah, you know, just statues coming alive at night, protecting the town. Like, yeah, it's insane.
Gargoyles is so good, dude. I want to man, that'd be awesome. The voice actor for the guy from Gargoyles, his deep voice, you know, Gargoyles. Like yeah, that's love that show, man. It's such a like kind of dark Disney show. It's like one of the darkest. It probably is like the darkest Disney show back in the day. Like there's nothing like it, you know?
Yeah, they're all cool. It was an awesome cartoons. A lot of cartoons were pretty awesome back then. You know, like now it's a little different. They're more like more animated character.
It was epic, dude. I loved it too, man. I always liked Bronx, the dog. Yeah, he was cool, man. And here we go. If you could offer one last bit of advice to anyone out there trying to pursue their passions, because this show is called Passions Personified, uh, what would it be? What kind of advice would you offer someone trying to chase their passion, make their goal a reality? You know what I mean? Much like you, you wanted to do a store, you did it. You're sitting in it right now, dude. Look around you and absorb it. Holy shit, you know what I mean? Like your store, bro. You're sitting in it. You got all the merchandise. That's incredible, you know? How does someone take action? You know, there's people out there who probably just like they might be stuck in a rut, you know what I mean? They're like they want to do something, want to make their dreams, or maybe they're impatient. Like, what's a good piece of advice you would give them for them to attain their goals? You know?
The perfect advice that I usually tell everybody is never to look back. If you have failed something in life before, don't look back at it. Just keep moving forward because there's always going to be something better on the other side of the door. Like, don't stay behind that door. Just walk through and some more opportunities, more stuff will happen. You just gotta give life a chance. You know, like just don't think it's the end of it.
That was beautiful, bro. That's great advice right there. Everyone listening, take heed to that. Anthony Vargas, it was a honor having you, my friend, here on the show. Um, plug us. How do we find you on all the social medias, your store, and everything? Anything you got coming? Now's the time to plug it before we say goodbye. You know.
Yeah, you could find me on I.V.SK8ER Skate Shop on Instagram or Question Skateboard Co. Question Skateboard Co. We're more all over California, Arizona, and international. If you're just trying to find product in your hometown, I.V.SK8ER is the place you'll want to go, which is 147 North 8th Street, across the street from the fire station, Brawley. Yeah.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Passions Personified. I'm your host, Ruben Najera Jr. and Anthony Vargas. Thank you again, brother. Much love, dude. You're doing wonderful things there. And to everyone out there, stay up, stay positive. All right, peace.
See you guys later.